All right, so look, I know there are a lot of tier lists out there. I want to share with you my tier list before Ghostface arrives. Uh, this is the tier list. If that's all you wanted to see, this is what it is. And I've organized it in 3 levels. Strong, because currently in MK1, I think every single character is at the bare minimum strong and can beat every single other character. Okay, there are no weak low tier picks. And for strong, these can all be interswapped. It's not ordered. Then very strong, these are characters that have something a bit above the rest in terms of the strength of their kit, but I would consider them just a bit above the others in terms of their baseline kit. And then at the top, these characters are simply the best. Something about them is just simply the best in the game. And it is without a doubt. Without a doubt. For the top, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The top 12 characters, I believe, are simply the best in terms of what they deliver. And I'm going to go through and talk through each and every single one by one. But we'll start with the bottom and then work upwards. So before moving on, my gamer tag is Grown Gamer. I've been playing a lot of Cyrax Serena this season. I personally find that Serena is the best cameo pairing for Cyrax. And then as far as my overall ranking, I mostly main Ashra, but I've been enjoying Cyrax quite a bit more. And I generally speaking, I am a normal guy. I have a normal day job. So I don't have too much time for MK, but I do enjoy the game. I've played through every season practically, apart from one due to work. That was season 6. And I've basically been gone from Grandmaster to Demigod to God rank. Fundamentally, I'm mostly a Demigod God rank player. I know how to punish everything. I know the setups. I know the game reasonably. I'm not a pro player, so please, if I've said anything that doesn't make sense, maybe it's because I'm not good at the game. Now let's go in quickly and talk about the characters. Okay, so for Peacemaker, I think Peacemaker is simply a strong character. So without going in and showing off anything, because this is Peacemaker, he's a good character. He has good combos, good zoning, good tools, and he happens to have some good tools to mess with the opponent. So he can use Eagly, which can launch, okay, and he can teleport up, leading to a couple of things. He can hit, or he can come in for buttons. It's a very good tool, okay? It's a very good tool. He has a couple of other things. He has some normals that lead to, hold on. He has a grab, right? An actual grab, which can, he has good tools, okay? It's Peacemaker. He's a good character. I think he's balanced. He doesn't need anything added to him. He's okay. Next, Omni-Man. Omni-Man is also a very good character. Omni-Man is a very fantastic character. He has the ability to pull out a lot of options from his Voltramite stance. He has the ability to hit you overhead for a combo. He can also hit you with a nice low for a combo. He has good staggers. He has good buttons. His buttons are good. That's a 12 frame mid. That is very good. Okay? He's a very good character. I like him quite a lot. And he has the ability to get a lot of different combos. Yeah, he's good. He's a very good character. Yeah, that's Omni-Man in a nutshell. He's good, and also he kind of looks cool. Let's be real, he looks kind of cool. He has a good kit. He has anti-zoning. He can do pretty good damage. He pairs well with a lot of cameos. Good character. And then there's Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is a very nice character. Actually, Shang doesn't work. Okay, this is much better. So Shang Tsung has a couple of things in his favor. He has very good zoning, which can be amplified. He has very difficult to punish moves. he's a good, well-rounded character. He has a nice overhead. He has mids that lead to his best combos. That's not optimal, but I'm just showing a basic example. He also has the ability to switch into the opponent, which can lead to some interesting temporary mirror match shenanigans. He works with a lot of different cameos. He can start a combo against you from basically full screen. He's a good character. Okay, he's very good, very well rounded. He has also a low combo starter, which is always good to have. Okay, he's a good character. Shang Tsung is a good character. And then Sub-Zero, probably a character that is oftentimes a bit downplayed, but he's a good character. Now, Sub-Zero is a good character. He has some mix, but it's very slow for the overhead. Okay, very, very slow. And he has a low, which he can also use to combo start. And he has the ice, basically the ice clone. Okay, ice clone is not really something I like fighting against, but it is there and it is a nice tool. And then let's quickly walk to the corner. He can do a little bit of lockdown, and by lockdown what I mean is you put your opponent in a position where they basically can't really move that much. Okay, he's a good character. He has reasonable combo damage, although it's a bit low. That's one of his limitations. His combo damage is low, apart from with a handful of cameos. And generally speaking, he needs to offer his body up in order to try and get damage. That is punishable. That is punishable. This is death. That's pretty much it. And he has a good mid, but it's 15 frames. So it can get poked out of a lot. But he's a good character. He's not top tier. He's not one of the best. He needs a cameo to help him do most of what he wants to do. And once we get to like good, the very strong characters and the simply the best, one thing that they all have in common is that they don't absolutely need cameos to do what it is that makes them very, very strong. Yeah, good character. Let's go back to character select. Next up is Smoke. Smoke is a very good character. He has a nice overhead combo starter. Yes, it's 28 frames, but trust me, bro, it will land sometimes. He also has a low starter. Yeah, oh, wrong button. Yeah, he has a low starter that leads into an overhead. His problems, though, let's be real. Okay, he also has his cancels which he can use. Okay, so he can use his cancels to do things, which is cool. He's a good character. Okay, in terms of his kit is very good. He can immediately teleport to hit you with a low. At any point he can teleport and hit you with that. Or he can also go invisible and start off invisible mix. Okay, he can do that. He's a very strong character. He's a strong character. However, everything he does, he has to open his body up. You can up block this, you can up block that, you can up block that when he's going invisible. So let me switch to, okay, so hold up. Yeah, so essentially every time he does the invisibility, he's actually putting himself at risk. So he can be challenged on practically everything. His cancels are also not plus, they are all minus, so I generally don't recommend it. Okay, so it's one of those things. You know, he's a good character, but like yeah, he needs to put himself at risk to do everything that he wants to do. But I like him. He kind of has cool looking moves. He's a good character, and he's getting buffed next patch, So that's good. He's getting more cancels. That's good. After Smoke, there is Takida, one of the most loved and requested, characters in MK1. Takida is a very strong character. He's very nice. He has a low combo starter that is gigantically plus on block. Look how rather on hit. Look at that. That's a lot of it advantage. He also has whips that hit from almost full screen that lead to a combo. He can hit you from the back, although it is rare for that to actually land. And then he has nice, his damage used to be much better. Right now his damage is all right. I messed that up. Anyway, his damage nowadays is all right. It's not crazy. He has throw combos with a lot of cameos. He can actually get a throw combo. Oh snap, I think I messed it up. Yeah, he can get a throw combo without a cameo, although that needs a bit of setup. He can do like a couple of nice like overhead low jumping setups when he's going in. His buttons are good. These standing buttons are fantastic. They break armor and they open people up. Okay, they open people up. Okay, you can open people up. He's a good character. He's a very good character and he's very fun to play. And honestly, he just has good combo swag. Okay, he's cool. He's a cool character. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. He's a good, strong character. Okay, next up is Tanya. Well, the short Tanya is a very strong-ish character. The only challenge is she got a lot of naps. So her forward 211 is now -7, which is a big nerf. And yeah, she really ate a lot of nerfs that I think were somewhat unneeded. Her armor nerf was enough, but it is what it is. She has one of the best mids in the game. She also has some crusty stuff she can do with Farah. She's good. She can pull out Farah on block, and it can lead to some shenanigans. Okay, she can lead to some shenanigans after that, right? She's strong, she's okay, but she's a shell of what she used to be. She used to be a lot stronger than what she is right now. And that's reality. But she still has, she still has some good things going for her. She also has a nice parry. There's another character there are actually two other characters with parries that are better than hers, but we'll get to that later. Li Mei, I don't think I need to show Li Mei off. She has some of the best practical damage in the entire game. Shao Kahn has fantastic damage, and honestly, when he puts his axe down, I think he goes up to either very strong or simply the best due to gaining a seriously airtight overhead low mix. But I'll leave him in strong because his projectile is incredibly slow. The one projectile he has, he can get outspaced and outzoned. You really have to win neutral hard as Shao Kahn to get in. Raiden is a good character. He has good overhead low. He has a teleport which is useful for punishing projectiles. He's a strong character. Reptile has invisibility. It's not as good as Smokes, but it's still good invisibility. Actually, honestly, I think Reptile should probably be on simply the best. But the challenge that Reptile has is that in terms of tournament standings, I am not seeing Reptiles beating people at the highest level. So perhaps Reptile is a strong character, maybe even very strong, but is definitely not simply the best. Quan Chi is a fantastically strong character and probably has one of the hardest to deal with moves in his armored portal. It's difficult to deal with. He's not a character I personally like or play, but he's a very strong character. Baraka. Baraka is the first character and very strong, meaning they have things in their kit that are a bit quite high level in terms of how good they are. So what does Baraka have? Well, Baraka has a true overhead and low mix. That's an armor breaking low. That's an overhead. Both lead into combos. Okay. Leads into a combo. The overhead leads into a combo. So that's strong from him. Depending on the cameo, you also get throw combos, but let's set that aside. What really puts Baraka in very strong is that Baraka allows for certain autopilot playstyles. Okay, so on hit, you get a combo. Okay. On block, you're safe. And then it's still your turn. Due to how long Baraka's special moves, some of them, especially this move, it takes so long that you can see if it hits or not and then call cameo to make you safe. Or if it hits, let's say it hit, oh, I don't need to call my cameo. Okay, you don't need to. So he allows a bit of autopiloting. That's part of what makes him strong. He also has moves that are very plus on block. That's +1, but notice the range. It's +1 from here. And it gives him initiative to start his overhead and low mix, or he can simply go into that. Oh, it's blocked. What? Oh, it was blocked. Okay, I'm safe. Oh, it's, yeah, it hit, so I'm safe. So his toolkit makes that very easy to execute. Technically, Raiden lets you do the same thing, but the execution is a bit more difficult with Raiden. You have to be better with the timing. With Baraka, he does a lot of auto timing for you. He gets good damage. He has 2 armor breakers. He can armor break by just pressing 4. He can also armor break by pressing back 3. It will armor break, and it's a very strong armor breaker. And he can basically go from that into that. Okay, to break your armor into a combo. Or he can do back 3-1. He has a lot, and if he wants just a roll low, he can just do back 1. Okay, if you trust your hit confirms, and just do a roll back 1. So he has this low, and it's pretty reasonable. It's 14 frames. A 14 frame low should not be, played with. And then the mid hit of this is 13 frames. That's serious. Okay, that's quite serious. Okay, Baraka. Baraka is a very strong character. Very strong. Right after Baraka is Lui Kang. Lui Kang fits with practically every cameo in the game. And he has grab combos, which are very easy to execute. And he has a very strong mid that is multi-hitting. So it's very possible and reasonably easy to hit confirm of it. So Lui Kang is strong. He has good zoning, and this projectile can be enhanced to break other projectiles. He also has... Oh, I didn't do it properly. Okay, I didn't do it properly because I am not a Lui Kang player. But as a Lui Kang, as someone who's fought a lot of Lui Kang players, he has that. He also has the ability to do that, so he can get a full combo of a low projectile. Okay. Oh, I keep messing it up. So that's 400 and 1 bar of meter, 1 cameo. It's reasonable. He has good damage. He has a good shimmy. So that's forward. That's 2 hits. Keep in mind, I've pressed forward and 4 once. Okay. Now, If I press 3 after, that's 3. So it's very possible to confirm that your opponent has actually let go of block. And why would they let go of block, you may ask? Well, because they're trying to punish your grab because of the grab combos. Okay, people don't like eating a lot of grab combos. And he has probably one of the best air projectiles in the entire game. Okay. See, oh no, back three, trying to do it low to the ground. Oh, what? Okay, I can't do it because I'm not a Lui Kang main, but y'all know what it is. Yeah, there it is. Jump back kick. I noticed they use the kick to time the range. Okay, I can't do it myself, but you get the picture. Lui Kang is strong. He's very strong. Okay, especially because of that. Okay, he's strong. He's a good character. He's strong. He's not the most fun to fight against top play. He lacks moves, but it is what it is. He doesn't have like, he has like one low starter. I believe it is one. Is it forward? Yes, forward one. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, the low starter, but it's in a string after a high. He doesn't have a lot of mix. His mix is mostly strike throw with the mid. He's very strong. Now after Lui Kang, we have Melina. Melina is a very strong character. And yes, I know which Melina skin everybody wants to see. But we don't do that here. Anyway, so what makes Melina really strong is, for starters, she has good projectiles, right? They're reasonably fast. Okay, they go full screen when amplified. Don't ever amplify that, you'll get exploded. People will block that. But fundamentally, okay, she has one of the fastest grab animations in the game. It's very fast. Okay, notice how fast that grab animation is. Now of course it can wave, right? But on startup, it just looks fast. And there's always this that you have to worry about, and her mid. And her mid is 13 frames, which is slower than most, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. She also has, hold on, she also has, that's the one. It is 2-1. Okay, she also has, oh my goodness, I'm not doing. Anyway, she has some of the best practical damage in the game, which comes from this move here, to Scorpion. Okay, and if you do it multiple times, you get good damage. She's a good character. She also has some tricky setups, and you know, there's also the yellow ball roll and the fear of the yellow ball roll. Okay, the fear of the yellow ball roll should not be underestimated. Okay, it should not be underestimated. It should not be. Melina is strong. She's not like the craziest character in the game. She relies a lot on that high. It's fast though, and it's 7 frames, and look at the distance where it touches. Okay, most jabs, most standing jabs do not hit that far. Okay, this should not be underestimated. At 7 frames, no one is reacting to that. Okay, and this is her poke. Notice where her, okay, so from around here. Okay, so how standing one won't reach from right here. Need to dash, do a micro dash, but her poke reaches. Okay, her poke reaches. So take the pressure, see what's up. She also has a nice overhead, which does reasonable damage. No one will complain. Okay, she's getting 120 from an overhead, and sometimes she'll want to do this to get the ball rolling low. She's a good character. She's fun and she has dope skins. That also helps. Okay, next up is Kung Lao. Kung Lao is a fantastic character. He has good overhead low. He has good pokes. He's a good character. I don't enjoy playing as him, but he's a fantastic character. Kitana is a great character. She has good projectiles. She has good setups. Honestly, Kitana is probably one of the most complete characters in the entire game, okay? She has probably one of the greatest with punish tools in her back too. She has good damage, she has good projectiles. She's good. I'm not even showing like the real source, okay? Let me remember correctly. What's the button on this? Okay. Uh, no. Okay, let me look for the button. Wind bomb. Oh, it's 4. She has that. Okay, like she has a lot of stuff. She's a good character, and she also has the low starter. It's reasonably slow, but look at that. Trying to approach can either sweep you or low starter you. So she's good, and she has one of the most hit confirmable highs in the entire game. Look how long that lasts. That's crazy. And she also got buffs in the most recent patch. How cool is that? So I don't know. She's back. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Kitana is blessed, okay? Kitana is blessed. And she also has some good skins. I think she looks cool. Looking cool is really important for being a top tier, okay? Let's be real. Okay, next character. Now, okay, for starters, I think there's a bit of a problem. Let's bring Amak here. And I think let's put Scorpion over here. Okay, much better. Much more sense. Amak is a good character. He has good cancels and good pressure. He struggles to open people up. He struggles, and honestly, his teleport is unsafe, so you can't really use that, and it's slow. He's okay. He's a very strong character. But you have to be playing him at like the highest level to really see what he can do. And he has cool cancels. Reiko is a good character. He has good buttons. He's plus on a lot of his buttons. He has very long range buttons. He's okay. I don't really like him much, but he exists as a character. Yeah. Okay. Scorpion. Scorpion, ever since Farah came, he's kind of sourced up. So now from his back three, he can go into a Farah mix, which leads to reasonable damage. He's good. He's a good character. Okay, keep in mind this is with the damage buff, so it's not how it would actually be in game. He also gets throw combos. So there's that. Throw combos should not be underestimated. So he's good. He also has that standing 3-3 that is quite plus. It's which leads into mix. He has basically an almost instant teleport. Okay. People are not reacting to that online with lag. Even offline, bro. If you are pressing anything, okay, anything, Scorpion is a good character. He also has a cheeky low that he can throw out, and if amplified, it's guaranteed. So basically, that's guaranteed damage. There is nothing you can do to avoid that. Okay, so something like that. Oh, I didn't do it. Whatever. Anyway, better players can do it, okay? There are better players than me. It's unavoidable damage. It's quality. Scorpion is a good character. Fantastic. In fact, Scorpion, I would put him at the top of very, very strong. I think he's fantastically strong. Keep in mind, this is just my generalized tier list. It doesn't mean that there are not players who make him just absolutely S tier, but based off how I see tournaments going, most of the time there are not very many Scorpion players who play him at the highest level and really succeed high. There are very few. And that comes down to a few things. Number one, Scorpion Spear is one of the easiest ways to open you up. And good players know to just armor out immediately when they see Farah. So that's real. And so Farah can become a liability, especially if you have an armored launcher. Um, let's now talk about these are the characters I really wanted to discuss. Let's be real, okay? Let me even zoom in. I want to talk about the characters that I consider simply the best. Simply the best. Okay? Simply the best. And number one is Homelander. He's getting enough next patch. The reason why is simply because of the mix. Okay, so Homelander has quite a bit of mix. Number one, he has the instant overhead that combos, and then he has the grab that combos. Okay, and then he had the low. That's a low, so you had to guess between low. You had to guess between low overhead, and you had to guess between grab. And people struggled. And then there's also the bitch slaps. Okay, as you know, once you can bitch slap, you're immediately OP in my eyes. Anyway, it was his three-way mix that made him OP. That's getting nerfed next game, rather next patch. Also notice when he's on the ground, he's like that. When he's in the air, that's how he is. But the problem is that the animations are just not distinct enough. Okay, so this is him with the cape. Notice, okay, now he's floating. But now this is him on the ground floating. This is him. Like, and there was setups whereby you could go into the float really quickly. So it became an instant overhead. Notice that. It's not like you see the animation, then he kicks. It's just instant. It's an instant overhead. Okay, you can just do it instantly. So there it is, instant overhead. Gives you an instant overhead. And then there's the low. So you have to block the instant overhead. Okay, notice it doesn't need to go through like the whole rising animation. Okay, it doesn't need to go through that. You can just press at once to get it instantly, and then the forward 4, and then the grab. Okay, so that was the thing. And of course the bitch slaps. The bitch slaps, dude. Look how OP those are. God damn. Anyway, that's Homelander in a nutshell. Havoc completely busted, broken beyond belief. Now look, there are many things which make Havoc generally broken, but the truth is, what truly makes Havoc broken is this. His 2-2 is an overhead, right? That hits overhead, but his 2 down back 2, which launches, is a low. So he could launch you, or he could rather, and still launch you. So the low is coming. It's just, is it coming fast or is it coming second? And the difference is, this is 20 frames, this is 17. That's a 3-frame fuzzy. Okay, no one in this world is fuzzing 3 frames. The reason why is, so let's do some basic mathematics. Okay, so I've pulled out the calculator. Now 1 second is basically 1,000 milliseconds, right? So in order to understand what 3 frames is, we need to get 3 divided by 60, and we need to multiply that by 1,000. So that's 0.5. Rather, that's 50 milliseconds. Now 50 milliseconds divided by 1,000, that means you have 0.05 of a second difference between those two moves, where you need to block either low or overhead. It's that tight. It's that tight. Okay? 0.05 seconds. I am just not that guy. I know there are people who are that guy, but I am not that guy. And someone says, but the animations are different. Really? Really? That's the 2-2. Okay? This is the, okay, that's the low. Keep in mind, you need to fuzzy, you need to move your hand to block that. It can't be done. Now, that's just one thing. Another thing is he also has this into the low or into a grab. Both combo. Okay, both combo. I don't know how to combo off them. Oh my god, am I this bad? Mavado? Mavado? Hold on. Oh, it's up. You see what I mean? Like that combos. That leads to the next thing I want to talk about. Is my controller done for? Not yet, okay. So based off all his combos, keep in mind I'm not using the Optimals, okay, because I don't play Havoc. He will end the combo in this. That is unblockable. Okay, it's unblockable damage. So you're getting beaten. Hold on. Okay. And then after being beaten, you're being put into unblockable. Okay. And he gets the damage. Okay. And that's just that. And that's because you couldn't fuzzy this. Okay. You couldn't fuzzy that. Alternatively, you could fuzzy from here. Okay, that's also an overhead. So he can. Hold on. Oh, do that. Beat you the low. And then he has this sweep. He has this sweep. Look at how far it goes. Okay. And on hit, when blocked, it's -12. However, if it hits, its advantage is 9. So I can go in and do whatever I want. I can grab. I can start using my mids. Honestly, sometimes you can even just YOLO it out. Notice where it hits from. See where I'm standing? It hits. It hits from there. That's where it hits from. So you can sometimes just YOLO it out. Okay? Just whatever. Okay? Just from here. Look where it hits. Okay, here it whips. So 1 step, 2 step, 2 steps back. From here, it still lands. From the start of the game, it doesn't land. I take a micro step, it lands. That's what makes Havoc incredibly strong right now. He's strong. He's strong as hell. He's strong as hell. And you may think zoning him out, welcome to the unblockable club. Or like, all I'm saying is he's a good character. He's a very good character and he's strong as hell. He also has the ability to get into safe jumps. Or, hold on. So he could safe jump into the low. Or he could safe jump and put you into the vortex. Okay? So now you have to guess. Okay, or okay, so you can now start off these combos from there. And on top of that, he has this. It has 1 hit of armor. And he has this. Now, let me switch to the other Havoc. Rather, no, let me get the other Havoc. So, that's the normal move. It has 1 hit of armor. I'm hit. For reason, let me switch my health bar to actually be full. Yeah, better. Hold on. Okay. So I ate about, let's see, 140 damage. Okay. So there I am. I hit 140 damage. Because I dared to press a button. But of course, and it's reasonably fast. It's reasonably fast. Sometimes you can break it, sometimes you can't. However, to put it even further up, I could make it so that he does the amplified version. Now, when he does the amplified version, now I just ate close to 200 damage. I ate just over 200 damage for pressing against him. And the more hits you do until you hit 4 hits and you can break the armor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. That's pretty key, and also it's safe unless you flawless block it. Okay, you flawless blocked it there. No. Okay, flawless block. Anyway, look, fine, you can flawless block it, but all I'm saying is you need to be good to flawless block, and I'm just that good. I'm him. I'm that guy. Anyway, but I'm not that guy all the time. He's a good character. Oh, okay. Enough about Havoc. Let's go. Okay, the next character under simply the best. Simply the okay. I don't want to get copyright strike, but yes, Kenshi. Let's talk about Kenshi. Okay, so Kenshi. What makes Kenshi simply the best is this. Oh snap! Hold on. First, put your sword back. Okay. Okay, now you're in the blender, and from here he can either go into, he can either pressure you with center, just hit you with mid, chip you a bit, or hold on, or he could now hit you with his, oh my goodness, wrong button. I don't know why I have the grab. Okay, he could hit you with the overhead into mix, rather into a full combo. Okay, I'm not a Kenshi player, can you tell? Or he can hit you with the low. Okay, so now you are in the position where you have to guess between overhead or let go of block, please. Thank you. So it's a tough position to be in, really. Woo! Into the blender. Anyway, that's Kenshi. I'm not that good at Kenshi, okay? But just know he's strong as hell. He's simply the best. In terms of putting you in a blender, he's the best. Next up, Johnny Cage. So Johnny is under simply the best. Why is he under simply the best? Well, for starters, it's not his parry. There is a character with what I think is a better parry than Johnny's. But this is 9 frames. This is the fastest mid in the entire game. It cannot be checked. So basically, Johnny's mid is 9 frames. Johnny's grab is 10. Meaning Johnny has a true mix. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not a Johnny player. Can you tell? Can you tell? He has a true mix, and he can grab. Okay, and his mid is -5, but he can. Okay. I'm not a Johnny player, but you understand what I mean. Like this right here is what makes him what he is. And then his standing jab, first block, his standing jab is +4. Why his standing jab is +4, I don't know. I don't know. But that second jab is now +1. It used to be +4 as well. And people are afraid because you may think, okay, let me challenge Johnny. However, so that's just Johnny Cage. He just has great frame data. I think he's just that guy. He has an overhead. He has the suspicious low that no one cares about. He has some tools. He has some tools. So this could either end in an overhead or a low, but like most players know how to dodge that now, right? It's very fuzzable, but just this 9 frames, it's simply the best in the game. It's good stuff. He also has a basic parry but like we are going to get to the simply the best of that next. So next character. Okay, so next up is Sindel. Okay, Sindel is simply the best at one particular thing. Now look, in my opinion, Sindel is simply the best at just having a nice toolkit that fits in. She has a little bit of everything. She has a little bit of cancel pressure, okay, and then she can do that. So she can do that projectile. She can float. She can also use a high projectile, a low projectile. So she has that available to her, and she has forward 1. Notice the range. This is where the game starts. I don't reach, but a bit of a forward dash I reach. Okay, she also has her forward 4, a bit slower. This is 11 frames, by the way. It's 11 frames. 11. That's not bad. Okay, she has that. So she has a lot going for her. And then in terms of what type of game plans she has a lot of different game plans. Okay, so okay, I don't know. Do I want to show this entire combo? Okay, fine. Let me go through the whole combo. So there is this game plan which she can use. That's more of the lockdown game plan. And in this game plan, all you want to do is put the opponent in the corner, hit them with the net, and then you want to try to reset them. So if they are blocking, you know, you hit them with that, they are blocking. Some they are blocking, you just grab them, Cyrax combo reset. Okay, they're back in the blender. Get back Cyrax. There's the low. Oh snap, let me put it in the corner. Can't keep walking him back, bro. So there's this setup. Hold on, I fucked it up. So there's that, where you set up that and you blow it up. It takes a bit of skill to do. It takes a bit of skill to do. Okay. Okay, and then you put them back in the net again. And you start the loop over, and you can just put people in the corner and loop them and loop them. It's a very fun type of gameplay. For you who's doing it, for the person receiving it, probably not. Oh, you can't be netted again. Okay, so that's one way to play her. You could also play Sindel with Tremor. So with Tremor, essentially all you want to do is you want to loop people. Oh snap, wrong Tremor. Not Aftershock, not Metallic, Crystalline, okay. So you have to time it right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right, and you can loop people into that, which will lead into your overhead low mix. That's one way of doing it. There are multiple ways. Okay, there are multiple ways to play Sindel. You could also play Sindel with Sector. You could play her with Farah. You could, man, there are a lot of ways to play Sindel. So with Farah, you could just, okay. Okay, people need to wake up into mix like that, because Sindel doesn't really have a low. You could fake people out, hit them with that. No, there are so many ways. There are so many ways. Just know Sindel is good stuff. Okay, the only thing she's missing is the proper look. Please buff Sindel and make this an actual launcher. Give her an actual launcher. Or at least increase the recovery on hit so I can combo off this. Please, thank you, please, NRS. That would be great. You're the best. And also she has kind of fire skins, you know, and look at that stance change. It's a bit swaggy. That adds 10 points of damage when you do that, honestly. Good shit. Anyway, Sindel is fun. She's fantastic, and I think she's a really good character. She's a bit upplayed because people think she's broken, but she's really not. So, that's Sindel in a nutshell. She's simply the best at having a really complete kit in some ways, and she works with every cameo in the game. She buffs. Oh yes, also she can buff cameos. So, okay, cool. I have my cameo recharge speed buff. She's one of the best with using cameos. She's simply the best. It is what it is. Okay, now before I move on, because I want to go through this lane last, okay? I think let me talk about Noob Saibot. Now, Noob Saibot is simply the best for just one reason. He has the best strings in the entire game as far as length. So, for example, notice that that's 4 hits. Let me do that again. That's 4 hits, and that's 2-1-2-1. That's it. Okay, each one leading can lead into a combo. Okay, so if I land the first 2 hits, I can go into a combo. Okay, I don't know, I'm not a noob player, but you get the gist. Okay, he has a lot of buttons, and notice because of the will they want the game of his strings, he has some of the best. Notice that when I press 2-1, if I stop there and stagger it, I can stagger it into a grab. It's almost unseeable. Okay, or okay, so let's say I stagger that. Let me stop this guy from blocking for a sec. Okay, so I stagger 2-1, so I can immediately go into his lock. Okay, that's one way. He can also easily get combos off. No. He can get combos off his projectile quite easily. So there's that in his favor as well. So he's really good. I think in terms of like strings, he's simply the best. He has this. Okay. He could also end it in that special move. And that special move is a good special move because it's punishable, but people will rarely block. Like, let me set them to block. Okay, hold up. Okay, because they're afraid of the law. You'll find them getting away with that move is incredibly punishable, but it's hard to deal with, especially with online lag. But even offline, look at that. He has a lot of stuff going for him whereby people will just let him do whatever he wants to do. That's the complete string. It's -7. Okay, -7. No one is punishing that. No one is punishing that. He has great strings all around. He has reasonable combo damage. He has good buttons there, and he has one of the best anti-airs in the game. Let me set him up. Jumping kick. Look at that. There is no hitbox on that. Okay, he will not get hit out of it. Okay, so it's just good stuff. He's good. He has probably the best anti-air in the entire game. I don't think necessarily, but it might be. It might be. Okay, it might be. But that's essentially Noob Saibot in a nutshell. He's simply the best in terms of strings, in terms of length, that is. Then after Noob Saibot, we have our dear boy Rain. Now, there are a couple of different characters with cancels in the game. We have Sindel with her float cancel, Amak with his float cancel. We have Smoke's invisibility, but none of them compare to this. None of them compare. Okay, this is the best cancel in the game, in my opinion. Is okay. Number one, okay, it's fast. It's reasonably fast. Okay, it's reasonably fast, and it leads to a lot. It leads to a lot. Okay, I am not a rain player. He can also cancel his overhead into a grab. Okay. Oh snap! I messed that up. Ah snap. Okay, there's the timing, but like he's good. He's fantastic. He also has lots of different setups. He can prevent projectiles. He also has rain god. My god, the input for this move though. Someone was smoking weed at NRS when they designed this move buttons. It's a good projectile. He's very tricksy. Okay, he has a lot of. Keep in mind, he can cancel at any point in any of his strings. Okay. Hold up. And he's out. He's out. And he's in. Is he? What's he going to? He's out. He's out. Okay, he's out. He's out. Like it's just, and he's fun. He's good. He's a good character. He's fantastic. He's simply the best in that way. If you don't think he's simply the best, it's because you're looking at me play him. In reality, if you can go and look at a player like Dylan Lloyd plays on Rips Arena, he'll show you what Rain can really do. Rain is outstanding and also has fantastic damage, crazy setups. Yes, yeah, oh my goodness. My goodness. Rain is definitely top tier. Although it takes a lot of skill to play Rain at the highest tier, but he's definitely simply the best. Geras is simply the best. Okay, so Geras is simply the best for a number of reasons. Okay, like for starters, his damage is fantastic. Okay, he's not struggling for damage. Okay, maybe that I'm not that guy. Okay, I'm not that guy. He gets great damage off his conversions. He has a grab which can grab people. Grabbing people is important in this game sometimes, and it's punishable, but the punishment is sass. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. He has the grab. The grab is good, but that's not what makes him simply the best. What makes him simply the best is this. Hold on. That's what we're talking about. 21 frames on startup, yes, but if you do anything, you press any button, inevitable is coming for you. Okay. I'm not a Geras main. Oh, for Christ's sake, how did I drop that? Also, he has. Come on! No. How do I do that thing again? I did it before. Yeah, he has the one bar breaker. Hold on. I don't know why sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know why. He has that. Another underrated thing he has is this. So he can come in and mix you up and do pressure, and if he's hit, he's out, he's disappeared. So a good Geras player is going to know that inevitable is loaded. And it's going to do this shit. It's going to come in. Okay. He pressures you a bit. He fucks off. Anything bad happens, it doesn't matter. He's safe. Okay. Okay. He's safe. He's safe. Even if it whiffs, no matter what happens. It's just a bit of pressure. Okay. Or even worse, he comes in. You're blocking. Boom. Now he's back here. Okay. Basically for free. You took 120 for free and he didn't really need to risk his life. And then you open him up. That's what he does. He's out. Boom. Thanks for comboing. He gets back all his health. And then you dare press anything at full screen? Now you may think, but it's punishable, okay? We're back in the center. Okay, so let's say I spent that, right? Okay, cool. But that's a mistake, right? That's punishable. Okay, fine, sure. Let's say, oh my god, hourglass, go away. Let's say I do that again. I'm on the other side. I fucked off. I fucked off to the other side of the universe. Geras is top tier. In terms of like the power of his gimmick, Geras has the strongest quote-unquote gimmick in the game. His special ability, this is way better than Ice Clone. And keep in mind, some things that are underused are that. Okay, his little trap setup thing. Like, there's so many things that Geras can do. And then he could even amplify this. Now you have to block overhead low mix, or let's see. Like, I'm not doing the right thing. I apologize, but that's just a me issue. In the right hands. Yeah, like when I fought the Najim on Combat League, you know, he really demonstrates how crazy this character can be. So don't sleep on Geras. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. That is supposedly punishable. I'm told. There's a theory out there that that move is punishable, but yeah, good luck. And that was buffed to basically lead to a combo in the corner. Hold up, let's first test and see. First move over big guy. Let's see. Does it lead to a combo in the corner? Nope, not really. Hold on. I mean, yeah, maybe with the right cameo, whatever. Doesn't matter. Back character select. Geras is kinda crack. Okay, I want to talk about Cyrax, but I want to talk about Cyrax last because she's my main, so she gets, you know, that top spot. And then I want to talk about Ashra, but that's later. Let me talk about Sector. Sector is simply the best. Sector is simply the best, okay? So in terms of not dealing with zoning and not caring, she's simply the best. So let's get Lui Kang to throw his mid projectile or his low projectile. Honestly, she can just absorb them. Thanks, bro. She can just absorb that. Thanks, bro. She can just decide to not care about projectiles for a second, and it doesn't matter. She just absorbs them. Next, let's say you throw a projectile. Okay. Snap. How am I dropping that? Am I just dropping combos? Am I just dropping combos? Am I just drop? I think I'm just a terrible player. Anyway, whatever. Fine, we'll do the budget version. But like quintessentially, she can just blow you up for throwing a projectile. Look at that. I see it come out. It hasn't even reached me yet. I can see the projectile teleport out and get a punish. Okay? I can see it and punish. Okay? So like, she's a very good character. I'll not deny. Or I can just eat the projectile. Okay? And or I can just blow through your projectile. And keep in mind, this leads to a full combo. Oh snap, how did I mess that up? Okay, 427 on a projectile trade. She's fantastic. She also has the ability to float and hit you with a low, or float and just cancel out with the float and fuck off. Okay. Or float hit you with a bunch of highs, or float cancel the float and then punish whatever it is you thought you were going to do. She's fantastic. So let's set Lui Kang to do his basic anti-air. Hold on. What's his... No? What's Lui Kang's basic anti-air? Okay, so let's set down 2, right? Okay. So I was jumping in. Because I believed you were anti-airing, I just do that. Right? So I'm jumping in. Hold on. I'm supposed to beat the down 2. Let me increase the speed of that down 2. Okay, much better. Okay? Because that's what you deserve when you jump in, or like some other punish. But okay, so I can just option select. Just use her dash to get out of that. It's crazy. Or I can be jumping in. I think you're going to anti-air. I can just do that. Okay. And then she has this. Mid projectiles from full screen, which you can also do from here. Okay. Okay. So she's there on her rocket platform. Or she goes in for the slide. Or she cancels and now she's in your face. She also has... Hold on. Yep. She has an overhead. It's slow, but it's an overhead. I mean, that's a lot of meter and commitment. But, you know, 50% is 50%. Okay? You're not going to cry that you got 50%. It wins you the game. It's fantastic. She also has this. Okay, I didn't even finish the combo. So she has that rocket that lets her do like safe jump-ins. Like, she has a lot of kit. And to be extra disgusting, this is her armor. Okay, it's armored. So let's say Lui Kang is coming in and he's doing that, right? He wants to do, no, he wants to come in and do that. Okay? Okay. And he just eats a full combo. So she has great projectiles, great zoning, great everything. Okay. And with Motaro, she can do something unsafe and fuck off. Can't always work, let's be real. Players are quite good. But you have those options. Okay, you have those options. You have them, they're available to you. I think in terms of like cool mech character, Sector is simply the best. And if you want to have fun, she's probably one of the funnest characters to play. And in terms of swaggy combos, in terms of swagger, okay, she has like cool combos. Can do that. Like, can come here. Come in, get some pressure on my way in. Okay, I can also just pressure you there. Like, she has a lot going for her. She has fantastic anti-airs. So let's get... He's coming in with a kick. Look at that. By the way, she has no hitbox. She has no hitbox there. Okay, that's a common theme of some of the best anti-airs in the game. Okay, look at that. Okay, so and keep in mind that's like if she decides to anti-air you that way, you're going to be eating a lot. And that's not even optimal. Okay, that's not even optimal. Sector is fantastic. That's all I'm going to say. Sector is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Anyway, and she's fun to play. We need more skins for her though. That would be great. So definitely Sector is simply the best. Next, Nitara. Holy cow. Okay, so Nitara is simply the best in terms of damage in the game. I don't think any other character gets as much practical damage as Nitara does in this game. So let's say a basic combo, right? Like a basic combo from her. Hold on, let me do that again. I didn't even do that properly. Okay, let me do something more basic. That's 400%. And I'm not even a good Nitara player. Okay, I'm not even good with Nitara. That's the crazy thing. A good Nitara player is going to be hitting you for 45-50% all the time. Okay? That's 50%. I don't even know which combo I did. First of all, hold on, what? Huh? Holy shit! 48% for that? God damn! Nitara is in terms of like damage, she's simply the best. And she can start from a low. Okay. Or she can start from an overhead. Or overhead. And then she can mix you up, okay? She can mix you up with the overhead. Okay. She can mix you up with the low. Like, there's a lot she can do, really. She's a very strong character. She's a very strong character. And in terms of dealing with her, she can mess with you. She can mess with you in terms of how she's doing her timing. She can do an empty jumping into low. She can do an empty jumping into jumping over you. Cross up. It's one of the few characters who has actual cross ups in this game, which will make your anti-airs whiff. So as an example, I'll set Nitara up to do a down one, or rather a down two. So, okay. Okay. Now, remember that? Wait, so she's dumping in. Now you messed it up by trying to anti-air. Okay, you see that? She got punished. Hold on. Right, so she's jumping. She got punished for that. So she could also jump back. See, you press a button. So let's say you have a punish, like a standing anti-air like that, right? So you have an anti-air like that. So Nitara's jumping in and she sees you do that. Okay. What? Nitara is incredibly strong. And she has some jumping option select. She can jump in. Okay, she can do a lot. That's an overhead. She can put you in a corner situation. Hold on, let me remember what that button is. Yeah. So now she's draining your health as she's mixing you up. She can use her basic mid. Also, this mid is 11 frames. Let the record state that Nitara has an 11 frame forward advancing mid. Heavily underrated move. Heavily underrated. And then she has this high, which can go from high into a low. Okay, you can do high low, and this is of course specific tech. Okay, where is this lady? Sonia, where are you? Okay, Sonia, you're here. So she can either do, right? So she can do high overhead, or she can do high low, right? She can do high low. Okay, and both will lead into the no Nitara combo, which hits you for a truckload of damage. Oh snap. Ah. Ah. That's 500 damage on that basic B&B. 2 bars of meter on camera. Who cares? Oh man, I need to actually play more Nitara. I may be sleeping on this character. I may be sleeping on Nitara. I may need to wake up. Nitara is simply the best. Simply the best. Okay. We've covered everyone in the simply the best category. Now, my 2 favorite characters. They are not at the top of the top tier, but they are simply the best in certain areas. That is Ashra and Cyrax. Let's talk about Ashra first. Now, the thing about Ashra that makes her simply the best, which is buffed next patch, much appreciated NRS. Number one, let's talk about her stances. So she has 2 stances. So let's say I get a combo. Ah, snap. I can switch to dark stance. Now, Ashra, in my opinion, has the best teleport in the entire game. Now, yes, blah, 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 it doesn't go behind you. But this move is a premium move. Okay? It's a premium move. And it does 2 things. It's a teleport and it's a flash parry. I need a different character. Okay, before moving in, let's start with what I think she has as simply the best. Okay? Now, notice how you can reasonably anti-air Nitara. Okay, so notice how far up that anti-air reaches. What? You see how far up that reaches? And there are other characters that have high up anti-airs, right? But Ashra leads to big damage. Okay, that's 44% on a basic anti-air. I just tapped her standing 2. Okay, now let me switch to Johnny Cage just to demonstrate this. Okay, now we all know how notorious Johnny Cage's jumping kick is for being hard to anti-air. Okay, or let's say if Johnny does something crazy. Hold on, no, that's incorrect. What? Ah, snap! For Christ's sake. Okay, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Like he will do an unsafe move. Oh, come on, record. Oh, into his unsafe mode. Now here's the thing with Ashra. Anytime he jumps, she will get that punished. Okay, she will get that punished. Okay. I mean, it's still Johnny Cage. Oh my god, fuck Johnny Cage. Okay. It's still Johnny Cage, but Ashra got this. You just anti-air. Look at that, okay? How many times? It's very rare for people to jump into an Ashra and get away with it. Very rare. Now, let me do it There's also these kinds of jumps which people like to do. Okay. Okay. Up, 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 up. So Ashra is very strong. With a character like Sonya, which I think is her best cameo, she also gets this. So she can go high-low, or now technically you should be able to react and deal with that. No problem. But she also has that, right? That's just completing the string. What? Like Ashra is good. Now that's just the beginning of what she's good at. I think she has one of the best anti-airs in the game. Look how far ahead it sweeps. Look how far ahead it sweeps. Next, she has an overhead and she has a low. Very important. And with some characters, she does get grab combos. But that's just one thing. She doesn't have a projectile. Fine. Let's do this. Let's set Johnny Cage. Hold on. For Christ's sake. To throw that out, right? So. She has one of the best projectile punishers in the entire game. Now, let me pick another character that actually wants to throw projectiles. So for simplicity's sake, I've selected Baraka, right? But this will work on almost any projectile. I've thrown a projectile and he's blocking, right? Throws projectile, blocks immediately, okay? So this is what can happen. Okay, the reason why is when Baraka throws a projectile and you duck it, you can immediately use her forward too. It's 16 frames. It's a almost full screen. Let me see. It reaches, step back, doesn't reach. So from game start, it is able to reach into her combo. She can punish projectiles reliably most of the time. Okay, it works against most projectiles and there are laws. Another fantastic thing about her. Now let's go to the corner, but let's put her at disadvantage. Sorry. No. It's not what I want. Let's keep that left. Let's go to the extreme left. So let's say Baraka is pressuring you on wake up. Okay, no, let's make this Baraka Kano. That's much more realistic. To what people like. Yes, so this is Baraka Kano. Okay. And the Baraka Kano, basically, they are on full autopilot. Okay. Okay, that's what they're doing. Now, when you're in dark stance, you get access to a universal package. And when I say universal parry in dark stance, a universal flash parry, that means it will parry any move, including armor breakers. We know that Baraka's back 3 is an armor breaker, right? So I'm in dark stance. It doesn't matter. She can go through that. It will go through anything. Yeah, let's say Baraka throws a projectile. Holds block, okay? Wait. I need to set it up to be in dark stance all the time. Please, Ashra. Hell. Just put her in hell mode. Okay. Wait. Oh. Okay. So. What? I can go through projectiles. This is the best teleport in the game. And it has a lot of utility. And you can fake it out. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. But the problem is the execution is tight. Okay. Hold on. So, and there's a lot of other stuff you can do. It's difficult to do. I'm not going to pretend. And this gives her, it's a very potato mix, but it is what it is. Oh. Gives her a bit of overhead low mix. A bit, okay? Not, it's very unsafe though. Very unsafe, not recommended. Oh, what? What is the game doing? Oh, that's me. That's my vibe. Or you can go for the overhead. Depending on the cameo, that can lead to a full combo. Okay? Depends on the cameo you have. And the next thing that Dark Stance does is when you put Dark Stance stacks on someone, now you get new combo routes. Hold on. Yeah, Dark Stance. Then when you go back to light, all of a sudden, %, 2 bars, not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. So Ashra, in terms of like universal flash parry, let's have Baraka do something else. Let's say he does his. Okay. Okay. That's a punish, okay? So Ashra in Dark Stance is a serious problem. Then I can just fuck off after doing that. Ashra is good. Ashra is fantastic. Best teleport in the game, kind of sort of situationally, depending on your execution and stuff. If your execution is there, I think Scorpion has the best teleport. But in terms of universal flash parries, Ashra's is just absurdly strong. Literally tanked the projectile and hit the man for 28%. You know? %35. Cha. Okay, I messed it up. But like, I hope you see the vision. Okay? I hope you see the vision. Ashra is fantastic. And she works with lots of different cameos. Ashra is good stuff. I'll leave it at that. And then with Mavado, she gets an armored launcher. So it's like, it is what it is. You know, with Goro, she kind of sort of situationally may or may not get an armored launcher and grab combos. I'll leave that to you. And then last, and definitely not least, is Cyrax. Cyrax is simply the best at lockdown. Now, when it comes to Cyrax, Cyrax is simply the best, and she's the best at one thing in particular. Cyrax is the best at lockdown. Cyrax is the best at locking down characters and forcing them to deal with pressure and mix. So let's say we have Scorpion here. I'll start with a real simple thing. Okay, Scorpion tries that out. Okay, so oh yeah, it's a mid. I don't know why I keep blocking low against it. So you can armor out of all of those setups. You can armor out of jacks. Actually, because let me actually show that off in real time. Player 2 cameo, let's make it jacks. Okay. Load back into the game. Opponent type, playback recording. You know that bullshit. You know that bullshit. So if you block, you take $1 million for guaranteed damage. Well, with Cyrax, I can just armor out because her armor will not be broken. It will not be broken by those because of when it comes up. And all I'm looking for is jacks. Once I see the hand starting to spin, just armor out. Now, that's one thing. The other thing is, let's say our opponent, let's set it to custom dummy, get up mode on, enhanced blazing charge. So he's going to try to leave. Now, here's what you can do as Cyrax, right? Let's set the position back to center. Let's say I open you up, right? 1 bar meter, 1, 2, 3. Okay, tracking out the second bar of meter. That's 2 bars of meter gone. Okay, I combo you, Serena, depending on the cameo. Okay, but I personally think Serena is her best cameo. Now, we haven't yet started talking about the lockdown, but this is essentially it. You can drain people's meter and drain people's meter again. Okay, now let's talk about the actual lockdown. All Cyrax needs to do is get 1 hit. That will come from the back 3-3. Will come from the 1-1. It will come from the 2-3. That's her 2-3. But all I want is to get you into the go. Or it can come from her grab. And that's it. This is the situation Cyrax wants to put people in. Once you have Cyrax in that position, a couple of things open up. So let's say we are on the extreme right. So now you're good. I can reset you. And you may say, okay, you'll jump out. Okay. If you try to jump out and you, let's say set him up. Why is it set to hidden? I don't know why it's hidden. It should be showing. Anyway, so let's set him to jump out, right? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Boom. I messed it up there. Anyway, regardless, there are options to cover everything they want to do. If you want to armor out, you can break their armor. If you want to jump, and standing 3 or standing 1. So let's say he wants to jump out of the setup, back in the setup again. And one thing that she can do is she can open you up with a grab. So let's say you're blocking for any reason. You just get opened up because you are blocking. Yeah, so that's Cyrax. I know I've not gone through all the source. I've talked about Cyrax a lot, but there is a lot that she can do. Now, she's not the strongest character in the game by any stretch. Hold on. But she does have a lot of ways to open up the opponent. Grab. Okay, that's one way. She also has an overhead. Like, there's so many ways to play Cyrax. So she's a good character. And in terms of lockdown, she has the best lockdown in the game. And this is, she doesn't even need a cameo for the lockdown. She just has her grab. So every time you're in this kind of situation, she can grab to open you up, or if you try to like neutral duck, she can just hit you. What? What? And you still get opened up. It's a simple thing. It condenses things down to a couple of interactions, but it's fantastic. And she has a lot of setups that break armor. She's my favorite character in the entire game. She needs some buffs though. She got a well-received nerf, Now her overhead actually is punishable with an up block, but that also just lets people be opened up by the law a bit more. It's no big deal. She does need maybe a buff twice. Okay, let me shut up right now. Anyway, that's it. That's my general tier list. Let me zoom out real quick. So at the bottom, we go from Peacemaker to Reptile. These are all strong characters. I think there are no weak characters right now. And then very strong, we have like Scorpion to Quan Chi, whatever. But those that are simply the best, these, these, these characters here are just simply the best. It is what it is. Okay, I'm done. Also, I think I need like water and food because I've talked for a long time.